Uganda has been called the Pearl of Africa and is still recognized as the Pearl of Africa. And I understand that it was Winston Churchill who made the phrase popular when he wrote his book entitled My African Journey in 1908 after visiting Uganda in 1907. What would you tell Egyptians and the world about the Pearl of Africa?
The Pearl of Africa is a beautiful part of the African continent. It's in the heart of Africa. And it's blessed with a lot more than many countries around us. It has the fertile soils. It has a lot of lakes. It is the source of the Nile that the Egyptian people know so well. And it's a beautiful country. We have 2 seasons of rain every year. We can grow food twice in a year. We are supposed to be the food basket of the African continent. We have not done so well with agriculture, but if we tried, we could do that. So I can't say everything I feel in my heart when I talk about the Pearl of Africa, but that's a summary of it.
I understand that you're from the Ankole tribe, and I've been all over Uganda taking video shots of Ankole cows.
Okay.
And I'm very much impressed because when I looked at the cows, it reminded me of Hathor, the goddess of love and beauty in Egypt, because she wears a headdress with the same horns of the Ankole cows. Yes. And I think President Museveni knows much about this.
Right.
And talking about cows, I understand that you have 20 million cows today in Uganda. How important are cows for Ugandans?
We have many communities in the country that traditionally lived by the taking care of cows and living by the cows. They traditionally just lived on milk and the blood of the cow, and they were not eating food for a long time in our history. They started eating food very recently. So the cow was the lifeline for that community. But now a lot of culture has changed. Most people who like cows keep them and take care of them. But there is a component of our society that still keep the Ankole cow because it's their traditional cow and they value them and they love them. And my husband comes from such a family. And so he loves cows a lot.
I understand that he has a lot of cows.
Yes, he does.
Right. Talking about Ankole cows, when I interviewed the Ugandan Minister of Tourism, Professor Ephraim Kamuntu, I suggested if at one point you can have Ankole Festival in Egypt. Yeah. It will be really very impressive, extending and supporting cultural ties between Egypt and Uganda. What do you think of this idea?
I think it's a beautiful idea. I think we probably have a lot of connections with Egypt. They must have some connection with that ancient Egypt and the pharaohs. And so to renew that contact would be ideal for us as a generation of people, both from Egypt and from Uganda. And the young generations can learn that history and learn to cherish and to want to know each other more. So I think that's a very good idea. Through tourism, we can make that connection.
I hope it happens.
I hope so too.